Hello, good day to all. Hope all of you guys healthy, happy and safe over there at your places. I am also good and safe. Today we brought another story, great ancient Indian emperor who is not very well remembered in history. Between the legacies of Bimbisara and Ajatashatru stands a forgotten name. Emperor Udayabhadra. Born into Magadha's Haryanka dynasty, he inherited power and legacy, yet vanished from history. Was he weak or overshadowed? This is the story of a king lost between greatness and
a forgotten
oblivion.
king who built a future but lost his legacy. A kingdom built on blood. The winds over the Gangetic plains carried whispers of ambition, betrayal, and destiny. Magadha, the rising power of ancient India, stood at a crossroads. It had been forged by great rulers like Bimbisara and expanded through ruthless ambition by his son Ajatashatru. But empires built on blood do not rest easily. And into this turbulent legacy was born a prince. A ruler history would almost forget. His name was Udayabhadra. The son of a conqueror. Udayabhadra was born into a palace where power was never secure. His father, Ajatashatru, had seized the throne not by inheritance, but by imprisoning and killing his own father, Bimbisara. The shadow of that act never left the royal court. The young prince grew up surrounded by whispered conspiracies, ministers who bowed, but did not trust, generals loyal only to strength. He learned early that a king's crown was not a symbol, it was a burden. And sometimes, a curse. Ajatashatru, despite his brutal rise, transformed Magadha into the most powerful kingdom of northern India. He defeated the Lichavis, strengthened fortifications, and expanded territory. But he also created something dangerous. A kingdom that could only be ruled by fear. And Udayabhadra was expected to inherit it. A kingdom without peace. When Ajatashatru died around the early 5th century BCE, the throne passed to Udayabhadra. But unlike his father, Udayabhadra was not a conqueror. He was a thinker. A planner. A ruler who understood that endless war would destroy Magadha from within. Yet the world around him did not allow peace. Magadha was surrounded by the powerful Vaji Confederacy. Rival kingdoms like Kosala and Avanti. Internal factions within his own court. And within the palace walls, danger lurked even closer. Because Udayabhadra knew something terrible. He was the son of a man who killed his own father. And history has a way of repeating itself. Unlike Ajatashatru, Udayabhadra did not rise through violence. But he inherited a throne soaked in it. Many questioned his legitimacy. Was he strong enough? Could he command the army? Would he fall like weaker kings before him? The ministers watched him closely. The generals tested him silently. The nobles waited. Because in Magadha, a king who showed weakness did not last long. The vision of a new capital. Udayabhadra understood something his predecessors did not. Magadha's future was not just in war, it was in geography. The old capital, Rajagriha, was strong but limited. It was surrounded by hills, good for defense, but bad for expansion. Trade routes were shifting. Rivers were becoming the lifelines of power. And so, Udayabhadra made a decision that would outlive him. He would build a new capital. The birth of Pataliputra. At the confluence of the Ganga and Sun rivers, Udayabhadra chose a strategic site. There, he began constructing a city. A city that would one day become the greatest political center of ancient India. That city was Pataliputra. This was no ordinary decision, it was revolutionary. Pataliputra offered control over river trade, natural defense through water boundaries, expansion possibilities for a growing empire. While others saw land, Udayabhadra saw destiny. A king between two worlds. Udayabhadra ruled during a unique time in Indian history. It was the age of spiritual transformation. Great thinkers like Gautama Buddha, Mahavira, had already begun reshaping the moral and philosophical landscape of the subcontinent. The ideas of nonviolence, detachment, dharma, were spreading among the people. But the reality of kingship remained brutal. Udayabhadra stood between these two worlds. A world of power and politics. A world of ethics and spiritual awakening. And he struggled to reconcile them. The quiet reign. Unlike his father, Udayabhadra's reign was not marked by great wars. This made historians overlook him. But silence does.
And remembers those who perform on it. The man behind the crown. Who was Udayabhadra truly? Not a conqueror, not a tyrant, but perhaps a reformer trapped in a violent system, a visionary born into a brutal dynasty, a king who chose construction over destruction. He saw beyond his time, but his time did not fully understand him. Epilogue: the silent architect of empire. Today, when we speak of great empires of India, we remember Chandragupta Maurya, Ashoka the Great, the rise of Pataliputra. But rarely do we ask, who laid the foundation? Who chose the land? Who imagined the future? The answer lies in the shadow of history. A king whose story is not told often enough. A ruler who did not conquer the world, but made it possible for others to do so. Udayabhadra. Some kings are remembered for the wars they fought, but the greatest among them are those who built a future they would never live to see. Thanks a lot for staying with us for this much of time. Please subscribe our channel and like and press the bell button.